Welcome to Rajendra Tandon videos. I continue with another verse from Bhramar Geet, a collection of verses written by Surdas, who was a 16th century Hindu devotional poet and singer known for his lyrics written in praise of Krishna. The lyrics are written in Braj Bhasha, one of the two literary dialects of Hindi. Surdas was a part of the Bhakti movement spreading across the Indian subcontinent. This movement represented spiritual empowerment of the masses. Well-known poets like Tulsidas, Mirabai, Kabir were a part of this movement, although they were not contemporary in the sense of the word. Krishna, who was born in a prison cell in Mathura, was brought up in nearby Gokul by Nand and Yashoda, who did not know of the reality of Krishna as a child. Nand and Yashoda were chieftains of the cowherds of Vrindavan and Gokul. So Krishna, as he grew up, also became a cowherd. In that capacity, he became a favorite of the women of Gokul, who are called gopis. That is, the wives of the milkmen, gopa, herdsmen. They played with him, they danced with him, they loved him. He used to play his flute, which mesmerized them. Orgies of dancing took place on the banks of the river Yamuna. And then suddenly, Krishna went away to Mathura. He had a duty to perform in destroying the evil king Kansa. That is why Vishnu had taken an avatar as Krishna. The gopis felt frustrated, they felt let down, and to assuage their feelings, Krishna sent his class fellow and childhood friend Uddhava to explain to them the divinity of Krishna and tell them that he would not be able to return easily in the near future. The gopis were flabbergasted. They addressed Uddhav through the medium of a black bee which had flown into the crowd. They questioned him, they taunted him, they told him why couldn't he bring Krishna along. In that process, Surdas wrote hundreds of verses, of which I have chosen some few, describing gopis' love for Krishna. In the verse that we are taking up today, gopis tell Uddhav how charming Krishna is and how after seeing him they feel blessed. नयनन नंद नंदन ध्यान तहाँ लय उपदेश दीजे जहाँ निर्गुण ज्ञान पानी पल्लव रेख गण गुण अवधि विधि बंधान इते पर कही कटुक बचन हनत जैसे प्राण. We think of Krishna, the son of Nanda, his eyes, and you tell us to worship Nirgun Brahma, whom we can't see, whose address we don't know, whose parentage we don't know. Let us tell you what we saw in Krishna. भ्रिकुटी कोटि कुदंड रुचि अवलोकनी संधान चंद कोटि प्रकाश मुख अब तंस कोटिक भान कोटि मनमथ बार छवि पर निरखे दीजित दान कोटि वारिज बंक नयन कटाक्ष कोटिक बान कंबु ग्रीवा रतनहार उदार उर मणि जान आजानु बाहु उदार अतिकर पद्म सुधा निधान श्याम तन पटपीत की छवि करे कौन बिखान मनहु निर्तत नील घन में तड़ित अति दुतिमान. उद्धव जी, we know, we had the lines written in our palm. We were fortunate, therefore, that Krishna came into our lives. It was a chance. We did not know that this would happen in our lives. We are very ordinary people. And you are trying to hurt us with your speech on Nirgun Brahma. We'll tell you how Krishna looked like. His face is like the glow of 1,000 moons. In his ears dangle earrings which shine like the sun. Even if you brought 1,000,000 Kamdevas, they would not stand scrutiny in the presence of Krishna, who is glorious. If you bring Kamadev, we'll gift him to you. The eyebrows of Krishna are curved like 1,000,000 bows. His eyes are like lotus flowers. His neck is like a shell which can be blown. On his large chest, there is a garland in the center of which is Kaustubh gem. His arms are tall. His hands are full of Amrita. He puts on yellow robes on his dusky body. We feel as if there's a lightning in the blue skies. During Ras Leela, we used to suck from his lips the nectar of his love. Who else but Krishna can protect us? What are you talking of, Uddhav ji? We are not interested. This verse describes Krishna in picturesque language which surpasses any other description of Krishna. In Hindi, the gopis say, हमारे ये नेत्र कृष्ण का ही ध्यान करते रहते हैं, इसके अंदर और कोई जाता ही नहीं. उनके मुखमंडल का प्रकाश करोड़ों चंद्रमा के समान है। उनके कांडों में शोभित कुंडल की दीप्ति करोड़ों सूर्य के सदृश है। उनकी शोभा पर तो करोड़ों कामदेव को हम निछावर कर दें। उनकी भौहें करोड़ों धनुष के समान है और सुंदर चितवन ही उस धनुष को खींचता है। उनके बांके नेत्र करोड़ों कमल के समान, उनके शंख के समान गर्दन में रत्न का हार शोभित रहता है। विशाल छाती में कौस्तुभ मणि शोभित होती है जो विष्णु का प्रतीक है। उनकी अतिशय सुंदर भुजाएं घुटने तक जाती हैं। उनके हाथ कमल की तरह अमृत का भंडार है, उससे वो अपने भक्तों की रक्षा करते हैं, उनको अमर बना देते हैं। अमृत पिलाकर अपने हाथों से, दुलार से, प्यार से। उनके श्याम शरीर पर शोभित पीतांबर इतना सुंदर है कि उसका हम वर्णन नहीं कर सकते। ऐसा लगता है मानो नील बादलों में चमकती हुई बिजली नृत्य कर रही हो। हम सब तो रास क्रीड़ा में रुचि लेने वाले रसिक कृष्ण से मिलकर चुंबन ले लेकर उनके अधरा अमृत का पान करती थी। ऐसे अनुपम सौंदर्यशाली कृष्ण के बिना हमारी रक्षा कोई दूसरा नहीं कर सकता। This is a verse worth reading again and again. It is written by Surdas, who is one of the greatest of Hindi poets. His verses not only reach a pinnacle of emotional content, but are also rated high for a poet's craft. Bhramar Geet is a fabulous combination of virha, grief of separation, jnana and bhakti. It is a composition in the face of which jnana takes a back seat. Here, the entire logic of yoga accepts defeat. All that remains is absolute devotion, bhakti and bhakti alone. I stop here. I'll come with another verse from Bhramar Geet next time. Thank you.